Buy land. They're not making it anymore. That's the start of a compelling argument to invest in real estate. And I'm not here to say otherwise. Instead, I'm saying there's a better investment opportunity. So let's look at the top reasons why I invest in stocks versus real estate. Then afterwards, I'll show you 2 compelling reasons to invest in real estate. I like to be objective with my research. Before we dive in, I'd really appreciate it if you tap the like button down below, as well as subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get my most up-to-date research. All right, the first reason that I invest in stocks versus real estate is that stocks outperform real estate. There's not a lot of great research online showing stock returns versus real estate, so I took a good chunk of my weekend and I've done my own research. I used the Case-Shiller Home Price Index and compared it to S&P 500 returns. And although we're in 2020, I used 2015 as an end date to show mid-cycle levels for both stocks and real estate. This table shows that over 10, 20, 30, 40, and even 50 years, stocks have outperformed home prices. But with these results, I still admit that it's hard to compare stocks versus real estate returns. It's not an apples to apples comparison. For example, the numbers I ran don't directly include dividends or rental income. Home prices also don't reflect commercial real estate and other segments. This is a point that real estate fans are quick to bring up, but I also looked at popular REITs. REITs are real estate investment trusts, and they operate in a similar way to stocks. And what I found is that they also tend to underperform over the long run when compared to stocks. To find out why this is the case, my next 2 points will give a little insight. All right, the second reason is stocks don't have closing costs or other fees. When you buy a property, there's usually a hefty closing cost. According to Zillow, the average home buyer will pay about 2 to 5%. And on top of this, every year you'll have to pay property taxes, homeowners insurance, utilities, and maintenance. In some places, you'll even have to pay a hefty HOA fee. Now, renting out your property can help pay these fees and provide extra income, but with renting comes more costs. Finder fees, background checks, legal costs, and other expenses eat into your rental income. People also tend to take less care of things that they don't own. I've heard too many cases of bad tenants destroying a year or more of rental income. The third reason that I invest in stocks opposed to real estate is less work with investing in stocks. With stocks, you can own a part of a business without having to do any work. You can buy a stock in the world's best businesses or a basket of stocks with the click of a button. Then you don't have to lift a finger until you're ready to sell. Real estate, on the other hand, isn't hassle-free. It takes time finding tenants, making repairs, keeping up with regulations, filing taxes, etc. Now, you can have a management company do that for you, but it just goes back to the first point I made. That'll further reduce your return. The fourth reason why I invest in stocks over real estate is stocks have a lower barrier to entry and exit. With less than $100, you can invest in the stock market. Technology has helped level the playing field, and thanks to pressure from new brokers like Robinhood, older brokers now offer free trading as well. This is where real estate has really lagged behind. Only a few lower cost choices like REITs are available. But as mentioned, their long-run returns aren't as attractive. Buying property directly isn't cheap, and borrowing to do so can take a hefty down payment. The amount you pay in interest also moves inversely with the down payment. On top of that, when you want to sell, it can also be a lengthy and expensive process with inspections, etc. The fifth reason why I invest in stocks over real estate ties into with lower barriers to enter the stock market, it's easier to diversify. With a small portfolio, you can buy stock in companies from different industries. You can also buy stock from around the world. This can help you lower overall geo and political risk. While one position might struggle, others can help you stay afloat. To find an uncommon view of diversification, you can check out my recent research titled Diversification is Protection Against Ignorance. That title is actually a misunderstood quote from Warren Buffett. I'll drop a link in the description below, so go ahead and check it out. Now, with all research and to make better decisions, it's vital to seek opposing information. So I attempted to take an objective approach, and I found two big reasons, or two big benefits to investing in real estate which stocks do not provide. Up first, building equity instead of renting. Buying a home can make more sense if you know you're going to live in it for many years. This allows you to build equity. If you're currently paying rent, a portion of that goes to your landlord's pocket. That's after they pay all the fees that I mentioned, but instead that could go back towards your net worth. Another benefit to buying your primary home is a tax advantage. If you live in it most of the time and meet other basic IRS requirements, you won't have to pay any capital gains when you sell. But this benefit doesn't extend to a larger portfolio of rental properties. The second unique benefit to real estate investing is lower costs to leverage. Real estate allows you to leverage up with a high debt to equity ratio. With the property as collateral, lenders can take ownership if loan payments stop. And this feature of real estate doesn't extend as well to other assets. And with this, borrowing costs are at historical lows, and overall leverage can help you amplify your returns. So if you really know what you're doing with real estate investing, this is a great advantage. Although leverage is a double-edged sword, with the housing crisis, excessive borrowing led to larger losses. Now, local expertise is another reason to justify buying real estate, but it overlaps with investing in stocks. That's why it's not a third standalone reason for buying real estate. But still, it's one of the overlapping benefits that I've found worth mentioning. If you have a deep understanding or inside information of a niche market, you can outperform market averages. For example, in real estate, you might know your local community better than other home buyers. Do you know about plans to build a local school or any other gentrification projects? This inside information can add value to any properties and give you an edge over other investors. Overall, both real estate and stocks can provide healthy returns and produce steady income, dividends with stocks. Although, with the research I've laid out today, I'll be sticking to stocks. I don't have the local expertise to justify buying real estate. Also, I don't know with at least a high level of probability that I'll be living in the same area for 10 plus years. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you done really well in the real estate investing space? Or maybe have you been burned by it? Do you think I've missed out on some important pieces of the stocks versus real estate discussion? You can reach out directly or leave a comment below. Also, if you found my research useful, I'd really appreciate you sharing it or just hitting the like button. And of course, you don't have to. I'm just happy you stuck around this long. That alone motivates me to publish even more of my ideas and research. Thanks for stopping by.